Hello students, Standard 7. Today we are going to start the revision in chemistry. Chapter number 6, Physical and Chemical Changes. We know that every day, every time around us, we experience so many changes. Now, these changes can be of different types. Some changes like melting of ice. If you keep the ice open out of the fridge, then it starts melting, turns into water. Similarly, you drop a glass from your hand, it's fall down, it's broken down. You tear the piece of paper into small pieces, or you cut the paper. You fold the paper and make some shapes of some animal or birds. Similarly, some other examples of the changes are such like from the milk, when we mix a little curd in it, then milk is turning into the curd next day. When we buy the mangoes which are green, and then when we keep it, then after few days it changes the color, it changes the smell, because it's getting ripe. If you make the list of the changes around us, then it will be a very big list. Now, all of these types of changes can be widely classified in two types of changes, and that are physical changes and chemical changes. First of all, today we are going to talk about physical changes. So now, before we go to the physical changes, we need to remember that what are the physical properties of any substance. Physical properties are like shape of the substance, size of the substance, or the color, and the state of the matter. That are the physical properties of any object. So now, when the changes occurs only in the physical property of the substance, then we can say that it is a physical property. So, the substance remains the same, only if it is changing in its size, in its shape, or state of matter, etc. Then that change is referred to as the physical changes. For example, if you take a piece of paper and fold it to make some shape of any, like a bird or a boat, etc. So here the shape of the paper is changed, and you can see that this change is reversible also. Not all, but some of the physical changes are reversible also. Because when we fold the paper and make a bird or a shape of a boat, then only the shape is changed. If you unfold the paper, the original paper had the same shape, same size. So it is a type of physical change which is reversible also. Now, if you cut the paper into pieces, then is it a physical change? Yes, because we cut them. But if you arrange them again, all the pieces, the same shape of the paper can be there. Now, we are going to discuss all these questions and you will write down the answers as an assignment. First and second, we are discussing now. Give some examples of physical changes. So we discussed some of them like melting of ice, folding a paper, cutting a paper, cutting a wood, cutting the cloth and make different type of dresses from it, etc. are the examples of physical changes. What are the characteristics of physical changes? So when physical changes occurs, then first thing is that only its physical properties are changed, chemical properties are not changed. Second thing is that the physical changes when occurs, then no new substance is formed. Means the original substance remains the same. And the other characteristic is that most of the physical changes are reversible. Reversible, it means that change can be reversed. For example, if you take out the ice from the fridge, keep it in the vessel outside the fridge, then after few minutes, if you notice that ice, it starts melting, means it's turned from ice to water. But the same water, if you put back into the freezer, then it turns again back into ice. So it is a reversible change. Similarly, we talked about that folding the paper. When we fold the paper and then make some shape of the bird or animal or a boat, when we unfold, it is the same, means it is also the reversible change. So, some of the physical changes are reversible also. Now, how can you say that cutting off a paper is a physical change? I already explained you about it, that when you take a piece of paper and then you cut them into small pieces, then you can see that each small piece of paper have all the properties of the original paper, because not new substance is formed, and therefore we can say that this is a physical change. Here the paper is remaining the same, its characteristics, physical properties are the same still, only it cutting into the small pieces. So only the size is changing from the big paper, and if you arrange them again, then like a jigsaw puzzle, you know that jigsaw puzzle has too many pieces, right? If you put all the pieces in its proper way, then you can get a nice picture. It is same like the, if you cut the piece of papers like that, and then again you can arrange them, then it is the same paper will be there. So here we can say that cutting of a paper is a physical change. Now another thing is that explain that glowing of an electric bulb is reversible change. So first of all, we have to understand about the bulb. When we switch on the bulb, then the current passing through the wire and through the bulb, then what will happen? The bulb has a filament inside. Now the filament is getting hot, the temperature is going high, and it starts glowing. The temperature is going high and it starts glowing, giving us light. So now, if you switch off the bulb again, then what will happen? The filament will come back to its original shape. It will stop glowing. The temperature also gradually comes down. It means that it is a type of physical change which is reversible. So here, no new substance is formed. Filament in the bulb remains the same, and the shape, the size. Only the temperature is getting high, and therefore it's starting glowing. But as soon as the current is switched off, then what happens? The filament comes back to its original shape, size, etc. So it is a reversible type of change. Explain. Formation of cloud is a physical change. Now you know what are the clouds, how the clouds are made. In the summertime, what happens? The water from the different water bodies and from the earth surface, it is getting evaporated due to the heat of the sun, and then it evaporates and becomes water vapors. Water vapors are lighter, and therefore it goes up in the air. As soon as it starts going up, its temperature is getting down, and then when it reaches in the sky, it turns into the water droplets. Now when the water droplets are collecting together, then they form the clouds. So now here it is the water turns into water vapor and collect that. And we know that it is only the state of matter is changed here. Water is in liquid form and it is converted into gas form as water vapor. And then when that water vapor again condensed, means getting cool, again it convert into water droplets, and then they come together and make a cloud. It means that the formation of cloud is also a physical change. Next question is melting of ice is a reversible change. Explain. I already explained you. So we don't need to explain it again. Now the last question is that give two examples of physical changes which are reversible also, and the other two examples which are irreversible. Now some of them we already explained. First we will talk about reversible change. First is the melting of ice. We already talked that when we keep the ice out of the fridge, it starts melting. Means only the physical change of state of matter is there from solid to liquid. But when we put back to the freezer, it turns into ice. It means it is a reversible change. Second thing, we already talked about the formation of cloud also. And we talked about the glowing of an electric bulb. It is also reversible change. Now, another we have to give two examples of the physical changes which are irreversible. Irreversible means the original substance we cannot get exactly like that. For example, cutting a piece of paper. We can join them, but not exactly the same paper. It is a physical change, but cannot be reversible. Similarly, if you